All eyes on Doge. Big runner. To the moon. Whew. Doge still going up. All eyes on Doge. Still big runner. To the moon. Keep going up. Going up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Upward movement in Doge. Dogecoin. Up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Upward movement in Doge. Dogecoin. 42.60. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin.
Hey everybody, Kriss here. Welcome on a Wednesday. We have a lot going on in crypto market right now. We got huge leverage trades getting wiped out and a bit of a run going on right now. We're going to see whether this is just a temporary pause that's happening at the moment or it's going to continue higher. Preparing for takeoff. That's what this is about. It is still July. It is still the summer of chop. But with that, a little run like this still could be just a little taste of what's to come. That's right. This is just a little taste of what's to come. And I know you know Bitcoin's almost to its all-time high. I know, but I'm going to show you. There are some predicting much higher prices, much higher prices than just reaching all-time high for Bitcoin. And then of course we have ETH. Yes, ETH is moving big today as well. Up over 2,600, up over 2,700, and it almost hit 2,800 here on this. Again, wiping out a lot of leverage. We'll look at the heat maps because it's bloody. It's very bloody, especially for one particular Bitcoin trade. You're not going to believe how much that trade was for. One price. Unbelievable. Well, so I just did a little swing trade here. I caught 1775. So I sold some Doge, just because that's what I do in the summer of chop. And Byron here, our friend Byron also is in on the swing trade as well. So because it is the summer of chop, and when you see a price go up as quickly as it did, take advantage of it. Price will probably settle back down. And if it doesn't, again, I didn't do all my Doge, right? I just did a little bit. But yeah, Byron, we will see how it goes. I mean, I don't want Doge to go down. I want it to keep going to the moon, right? I want the takeoff. I want it to go. But I don't know. Settle to what exactly, BVDD? What does it settle to? Right now, I would guess about 17.3. It'd be a 1775 to 17.3. That's based on this green line here, which is our upward sloping support line. So if Doge came down to 17.3, I would probably buy back in right now. I'd probably buy back in. Again, we're going to watch Bitcoin. And what does Bitcoin do? Is Bitcoin going to come all the way down back to 109, which was its upward sloping line that I was watching? I don't think so. That's a huge move for Bitcoin. I mean, look at this Bitcoin chart. That's a big move for Bitcoin. And why did that happen? That was leverage. That was wiping out leverage is what that was doing. I mean, man, the leverage chart is bloody. Just in the last hour, $193 million on Bitcoin alone, just in the last hour. And why is that? Why 193? There was one trade. Look at this. $51 million. $51 million on one trade got wiped out at 111.9. 111.9. And you look at the Bitcoin chart and you said, does it hit? Yep, it hit 111.9 right there. Exactly. That hit right there, 111.9. So I look at that 111.9 there. And I look at the liquidation heat map and I see, or the liquidation real-time liquidations, and it says 111.9 for a $51 million trade. And I say, that's the top. That's the top of this little run because the market makers wanted to take out that trade, $51 million at 111.9. So what did Bitcoin race up to? 111.9 to take out this $51 million trade. And that was on HTX exchange. This $51 million trade, Bitcoin goes up to 111.9. So Doge correspondingly comes up to 1775 at that same time. So with that, I sold a little Doge on a swing because the whole reason I think Bitcoin went up there was to take out that huge leverage trade. Again, I don't look at fib levels. I don't do technical analysis, all of that. This is what I look at. I look at what's happening in the news, of which right now, nothing really happening big in the news at the moment. But you look at the leverage. You look at that leverage. Exactly, Adam. 111.9 liquidation, $151 million trade at 111.9. And that's exactly where Bitcoin went. Unbelievable. But that's how it works. That's how the trading works, particularly in the summertime when there's not a lot else going on. That's crazy. So I'm guessing this was just market makers just buying Bitcoin, sending the price higher, which correspondingly then took ETH up higher, almost to 2,800, and Doge up to 1775. To me, that just screams swing trade. So I did. And Byron felt the same and got the same price at 1775. And that's just trading. It's just trading. That's all that is. And now we're settling back down. That was crazy, though. That was a crazy big run. And of course, you've got like all of the Yahoos on X, right? Going to all-time high, going to all-time high. And it's just like, did you look at the heat map? Did you see that trade right there? That was the target. It hit the target, right? Mission accomplished, right? The market makers are like, yep, thank you. We made our money today. Now, could it turn around and go higher? Are there bigger liquidations to happen? Sure, there are. There's always bigger ones, or there's more, not bigger ones, and particularly not a singular trade like a $51 million trade. And I got to go to this. I don't even know how long that trade had been open, but it took it out. And it's not even showing up. Yeah, there's right there. So that whole run was to take out that leverage. And now it's drifting, settling back. Now, there are some new long leverage trades that were just made down here. Those were shorts, by the way. That $51 million trade, that was a short. That was a short. But now we got some longs down here. 110.6. $138 million at 110,600. It's going to hit that. That is right in this range right here. It's going to take out that. This is a war that's going on, guys. This is a war between the market makers and these leverage traders. It's going to come right down there and it's going to take out $120 million right there. Did Tom Crown just start a new stream? Well, go tell Tom Crown it's not happening because it was all about that leverage trade. Tell him KrissPax said. Tom, you didn't need to start a new stream. It's not happening. It's not happening. No, Mad Bugler. Bitcoin did not hit a new all-time high. New all-time high is boop, 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 boop. Wait, I went to weekly. Sorry, I meant to go to daily. All-time high is up here. Over 112. Now, might one exchange have hit 112? Maybe. I don't know. It depends on which exchange you're talking about, too. But Coinbase's, we can look at Coinbase's. There's Coinbase's right there. It looks like it just touched it. Yep. Up to 112.1, and the previous was 112, about 112. So, yep, that would have done it on Coinbase. That would have done it on Coinbase. Look at that. But now what's happening? Now, settling back down, as Kriss predicted, right? Because that's how it works. Binance, 112.5. Wow. Well, now the target is 110.6. Unless you get a bunch of people just celebrating a new all-time high and they're just going to buy. The FOMO, right? The FOMO is going to hit in. I don't know. Again, this is July, summertime. I'm not confident. Robinhood hit an all-time high. Oh, there it is, Tom Crown. I just got the notification. Bitcoin all-time high watch party. Well, Tom, you're going to see it retrace now, Tom. Retrace now. So, yeah, they're going to go after this leverage down here. This new one right here that was just $138 million at 110.6. Big target on it. So we'll be watching on the liquidations here. I did have the volume up, and it was dinging before the live stream started. I know, Annika, right? Live streams are a lot more fun. They're a lot more fun when things are happening. When things are happening. Yeah, so we will celebrate new Bitcoin all-time high. Great. And I'll bet that's what's all over X right now too, right? Is new Bitcoin all-time highs. Bitcoin smashes past 112,000 in wild surge. And why did that wild surge happen? Liquidation, baby. Took out that big short. Again, that was a $51.5 million short trade that it took out. One trade, $51.5 million is what that was. Took it out. So we'll see. But I would probably pretty much be sure that this is going to kind of drift down below 17.5 for Doge. But I don't know. I mean, you start seeing like a new all-time high, people get excited. We could see a second run that could go higher. Could go higher. Crypto Kaleo earlier today said ETH, look at ETH. ETH is going to reclaim and then send it higher. Reclaim and then send higher. And what did ETH just do? ETH went to 2790. 2790. That's the first reclaim piece. That's right at that point. Time for ETH to finally wake up. So it made it to that line, but I think it got rejected there. But it did do his fractal. It got right up to that line. And then rejected. Interesting. But Crypto Kaleo is also saying, look, if you zoom out on the Bitcoin chart and you look at the 4 halvings and you see where Bitcoin is now, he's saying at 500K. 500K. Yes, I did a swing, Ryan. I did a swing. I did a swing. Swing better. Not that I don't believe in Dogecoin. It's just I saw the trading that was happening and why it was happening. And I was like, this is set up for a swing trade. So I have swing traded it. I swung it. I swung it. Yeah, and that's the big question, right, Nick? Should I FOMO in with all my buying power or wait? That's the age-old question, right? What do you do? What do you do? Is this just a precursor to a bigger run, or was this just about taking out that trade and now it's going to settle back down? Since I've done a swing trade, you know where I believe it is. I don't believe that this run is going to continue. I think it's going to settle back down. And I will buy more Doge at a lower price. And it'll be a successful swing trade. That's what I think is going to happen. But we'll see. Right now, we got a little green candle here. So on Doge, Bitcoin's is red, but Doge's is green. So somebody's buying Doge here. Somebody's buying Doge. You're still high, Ryan? Are you smoking something? Nick says, I am waiting. Think it was a leverage target. Actually sold some. That's what I think it was. I think this was just a leverage target, a huge short up here, $151 million short. I'm sorry. What was the number again? Sorry. $51.5 million short. Got taken out on the HTX exchange at 111.9. And that was it. I know, Ryan. I totally took your comment out of context. You're like, wait, you said you were at work. You're still high? Totally took the see, still high at the moment, right? You're still high. Re-entry price for Dogecoin. Annika wants to know, well, if Bitcoin comes down to 110.6, Dogecoin will probably be 17.4. That would be sort of a corresponding area, would be somewhere in this area. But I've got this green sloping line that I've been watching here since our Monday live stream. Yes, on Monday. If you were here on Monday, you know that I put this little tick right there at 16.6. And I said, that looks like that is a local bottom. And I think it's going to go up from here. It actually came back and retested it later Monday night. And now it's just been higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. Lucifer, you're low. Lucifer. Hey, Lucifer's in the house, guys. Hey, what's up, dude? You're not high, you're low. Ryan gifted out a membership. Nice. Who got it? John Del Genio. John, welcome to the KrissPax family. You are now a member for a month. And then you can decide whether the membership benefits are worth re-upping. We'll see how that goes. For Doge, though. But yeah, my guess is this is going to come back to this zone. Bitcoin is going to come back to this zone. Take out that long leverage that was just made. Over $100 million of long leverage trades were just made on this move up by Bitcoin. So pretty exciting. Pretty exciting. And I was all set to talk about other things like Dogecoin breaking out of some ascending triangle. This is a new pretty chart that our friend Trader Alan has come up with that, and yeah, we've broken out of it. So now will it hold? Will it hold that blue zone, which is like 17.1 to 17.2? We'll see about that. And the article I was going to talk about is Dogecoin prepping for a takeoff. The fib reaction and trend support says yes. So this is our friend Thomas Anderson, also on X. And he's saying Doge trading at 17 cents, facing rejection around 16.4. Again, 16.4, that was my line. He stole my line, this yellow. But again, on Monday, we didn't get back to 16.4. We only got to 16.6. So he's got this sloping trend line as well, similar to mine. Price action showing consolidation below this key level, 200 moving average. The red line, moving average, is acting as dynamic support. That's now sitting at about 16.8. So any pullback toward the 200 moving average again could present a buying opportunity. But this is at 16.8 now. If it fails 16.8, then it could go back to 16.4. That's what he's saying. But that's not the article saying. The article saying this is prepping for a big run back up. Huh. The Dogecoin weekly chart echoes Elliott theory. We're already in the green on the MACD and moving up on the after the crossover. So that's all bullish. Interesting. Well, that's where we are right now. We just got to watch it now. I know. That's what I say, Ryan, about Trader Alan's charts. So pretty. They're so pretty. He's got the nice colors. Like all the candles are pink again, whether it's up or down. It's pink. It's pink. It's so pretty. Got the blue and the green and the yellow. And it's like, yeah, it's a nice little chart. He does a good job. He does a good job. Yep, DB, that's just the way it is. Summer of chop, right? We had the big chop. We had the big run up here. So I swung it. Byron swung it. Christoph, did you swing it? Yeah, John, you're a member now. You can use these cool new emojis. Hey, there's the cat. Whoa. What does the 4-hour chart look like? Aesthetic says. Let's take a look. It's probably just a wick. No, not too big of a wick, but up there. But yeah, 4-hour chart is looking bullish. So this will be a little pullback. Does become a big pullback like this one, which was the last swing opportunity on Sunday that I did not make because I was on a little vacay. So I didn't do that one. But now here we are another one. Is this going to come all the way back down into the 16s? How long do we wait before we buy back in? We could say, look, this is one of these, right? And then the next one is a little shallower. And then the next one would be even shallower. Maybe. And we end up forming this big, giant wedge. Maybe, huh? I should draw this out. This looks too pretty. This looks way too pretty. Look at this. I'm just making them all white now so you can see them all because I drew them red. Now I'm realizing that that's a good looking chart right there. Look at that. Look at that. That tells me maybe about 17.2, 17.1, depending on when it hits it, right in that range for the pullback. And I will buy back in on my swing. Just adding Doge to my stack. Bitcoin. Big target right there. I mean, it's like a big, I should put a magnet on here, right? Because that is a big magnet that is just going to pull Bitcoin down to that level. Because of that leverage. The Doge is saying, no, we're still buying over here on the Doge chart. We're still buying. I can be high at work. I'm a bartender. RR just going to accumulate on the low dips. That's a good way to do it. That's less risk, a lot less risk doing that. Yep. Yep, the Pax Cat made an appearance very quickly. $18. No, Lucifer. Rolling Rob, I need it in the 16s to buy back in. Otherwise, this wasn't worth the sell. Okay. But I'll scalp. We pump in here because Kriss is trying to be cute. Maybe it'll go against me. Hey, John, you've wanted to buy forever, but can't because you only have an iPhone. Well, and now you've got a month to celebrate as a member. Use those emojis, John. Put them in there. Let's see those Doge emojis you can now use. Fill it up. Fill it up. Abe wants 19 cents. He says we need it. We need it. Bitcoin is just, it's down to 111 now, 111.032. Again, here's the target. It's just leverage. It's just leverage. 5 minute. Who uses the 5 minute, Lucifer? 5 minute chart. Yep, there it is. Here, let's go look at the 1 minute chart. Get some real action here on the 1 minute chart. Hey, Dogecoin family, CDC. Is anyone feeling 19-cent Doge? Yeah, Abe is. Abis says we need it. We need it. Just need to chill, lower your average a bit. RR, yep. Yep. Pepe. The Pepe doing well? Pepe had not been doing well. It'd been hugging that 10 line. Came up to 10.9. Now retracing back to 10.7. I think it'll be back down here to 10.2. You use the 5-minute for your leverage trades. Where's the long leverage at for Doge? Right now, Doge is pretty much just following Bitcoin, except Bitcoin's going red and Doge is going green. Look at that. While Bitcoin is trading down again to get that long leverage, Dogecoin's like, yeah, no, I don't think so. I'm not going to go down there. Let's look at the heat map. So here's the target for Bitcoin right there, 110.6, $138 million. That's the target. New trade just created. What does Doge look like? There's nothing. There's one down here at 17.3, $86,000. That's not huge. There's some big shorts up here at 17.8 for Doge that didn't hit 17.8 because it only went to 17.75. So it didn't get those big shorts at 17.8. Interesting. Bitcoin is still coming down like a magnet. With all the excitement, don't forget to smash the likes. Thank you, Campo. Bonk versus Pepe. I think Bonk is the winner right now. The Bonk is winning right now. Demi, you think 18-cent Doge tonight? Dogecoin front runs to the upside. I would be cautious with the swing trade. I know, Sean, but I did it. Now, I mean, that's up here. So it's up here, but Doge is showing strength here, where Bitcoin is coming down. Not too often you see that. They're going in opposite directions at the moment. But yeah, that's strong for Doge. I'd rather have emojis than win the 30 Doge. Yeah, where is Anthony? Anthony's gone. He might wake up and see the pump. Wow, look at Doge go, 1772. Doge is like, yeah, I'm not going down, I'm going up. Look at that. Proving me wrong on my swing trade. Look at that. Byron, are you watching this? Back up to 1775. Was not expecting that. The smelly one's being quiet. Yeah. All eyes on Doge. All eyes on Doge. Was there a fart coin liquidation? Somebody had the runs. Doge, they're going after the shorts. We're now 1777. Doge is going after the shorts up here. 1779. Yep. The Doge market makers are going after the shorts. Look at that. Doge on the move. 1784. Look at that. 1786. Wow. Look at that move. No, it's just a small swing trade, Bruce. It's all right. It's not my whole stash of Doge. 1797. Almost to 18 cents on Doge. Look at that. Woo! I sold a little Doge in a swing trade. Yes, Yeely. 55,000 Doge. Pump it up. 1812. Look at that. Dogecoin. Wow. Hoo, hoo, hoo. 1823. Yeah, maybe 19, Abe. Maybe. I know, right, Byron? 1831. 1836. This is what Doge can do. Bitcoin is still at 110.9. And Doge is like, we're partying. We are partying. Yep, liquidated all of those Doge shorts. Liquidated them all. All these shorts are gone. Now they're way up here. All these are gone. Huge Dogecoin shorts getting taken out. Wow. 1840. 1845. Doge is on the move, guys. Hoo, 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 hoo. Woo-hoo. Where are the next big shorts? Good question. Off the chart. I got to keep zooming out. Off the chart. Got to keep zooming out. No news, just hype on Doge. Yeah, there's just not much. There's not any shorts to take out. As we zoom out more, it's just going up. All right, so now we finally get back to early June when Doge was up at 20 cents. There's some shorts here at like 19.2, but it's not huge. Now it's just trading now. Wow. Boop, 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 boop. Money printer engaged. You're up 20% on a Pepe trade. Nice. How far can we squeeze up, Goose, huh? 19 cents might have a target. That's what Abe says. So much more fun when you clear out the shorts. Exactly. Exactly. Nice. Going nuts. I know what's happening, Christoph says. I wanted to do a swing trade, but I'm Polish. So everything is going backwards. Flying by Cardano. Cardano is up 5%. Doge is up 6.5%. Doge is now coming down. I think that was our fun in the 18s up here. We'll see. I can't play the song yet because, I mean, we're just, price is moving fast right now. 22 cents by midnight, boss says. That would be huge FOMO in Doge. To the moon. Selling more? No. Not selling more? I don't know. If this is going to keep pumping. I don't trust it. It broke out of my pattern of what I expected it to happen. So now I'm not touching it. I'm not trading this. Elon speaks with Grok 4 tonight. I know Grok really messed up yesterday. That's what I heard. Grok messed up. Gonna swing from here like Tarzan on big rope. Lower fifth in the green. Everybody like the stream? Appreciate the likes. Thank you. Let's go swinging. Shwing bada. Shwing. Shwing. Time to open longs. What do you think, Donnie? I don't know, man. This looks too fragile to me to go long in the 18s. I don't know. Yep, some is best. Let's go Doge. Ray, what'd you miss? What's with the Doge? Any news, Charles? Nope. Was following Bitcoin as Bitcoin went up to take out this huge $51 million short, and it did that. And now Bitcoin is coming back down. We identified a target at 110.6. That's where the magnet is from, in order to take out new leveraged long trades at 110.6. So that's what this is. And that's what I was expecting Dogecoin to follow. But instead, Doge decided to do this, which Doge can do. Sheeb is following it a little bit. Sheeb's up 4%. Doge is up 6%. Going to 22. Let's go. You sold some more at 18, Byron? Wow, you sold a lot. I don't trust this enough to sell that much. You've sold over like 100K now. I would swing a little bit. I don't want to turn long-term capital gains to short-term. That's what it is. But this is all short-term for me. The swing trading account, this is all short-term for me. This is what I would be selling in the fall. If Doge goes to like 48 cents, it'd be the same Doge. American Adventure finally broke even on your Doge. Isaac, what just happened? I know, right? The Doge bulls took over. Here we go. I will be a legend if my October prediction comes true. Yeah, Christian. That would be awesome. I'll take that. You lost on your swing trade? Well, you don't lose until you sell or buy lower or buy higher if you buy in higher. I mean, I sold at 1775 here and I'm still not buying back yet. What happened is altcoin season started. Or what? I don't know, Nicholas. Talked about that in this morning's video. Altcoin season is coming. Yeah, what's happening with Bitcoin dominance right now? I bet it's going down. No, it actually pumped a little with the Bitcoin pump, and now it's coming back down. Yeah, the Bitcoin pump up to 112 took out that leveraged short trade, and now it's settling back down. Dogecoin versus Bitcoin is now over 16. Doge versus Bitcoin. Like I said, it's going to go up. Doge versus Bitcoin. Look at that Doge. What is swing trade? Swing trade is sell high, buy low. Very risky, though. Very risky. For exactly the reason that I'm showing right here. Yep, now it's one big wick. All the way up to 1860 and back down. It's a big wick. You sold the top, Brian. Swing bada, showing. Maybe a retest of 18 cents. Yeah, the 55 is what I have in Coinbase. And the other 145 is on Robinhood. I just did the Coinbase. Is Powell fired or did he resign? Neither. I think he's still there. There's rumors he's going to resign. Grok was being a bad boy. Somebody convinced Grok to do some bad things. I don't know the exact trail and what it was about, but it might have been, I don't know, swastika Hitler related or something. I don't know. I didn't have time to go look at that. We're about to go parabolic, folks. Pack up, hold on. Just kidding. Yeah. Take the mic from Kriss. Yeah, what is this big green candle thing? I haven't seen one of those in a while. You cashed out $200, took a little slice, little profit. Is now a good time to buy. Lucifer. It's now a good time to buy. You're up on your fart coin. Who let the Doge out? Hey, as long as there's price action, I'm on the stream. I'm not going to stop it while things are happening. So we could be here a while. Any news on the Tesla diner accepting Dogecoin? Other than what Elon said like over a year ago when he said they would accept Dogecoin. Nothing official. It's not open yet. Looks like it's getting close, though. Can you be profitable swing trading? Yes. If the price goes down and you buy back in at a lower price, you are profitable. And it is a way to accumulate more Dogecoin before the big fall run. That's what I'm doing. I want to increase my Doge stash before the fall. You started a $10 million short at 40. 40. On what? On Fartcoin, Jordito? It's DB's fault. DB killed the run. Yeah, you should go out for a drive again. Go back in your car. Get back in your car, DB, and go drive around. It was doing great while you were driving. Yeah, all rumors. All rumors. Oh, was that what it was, RR? And got Grok to do something about that. Oh, that's too bad. That's pretty sick. I agree, RR. But if Grok reacted to it in a positive way, that's not good. Yeah, Elon needs to sit down with Grok 4 and have a little chat. Exactly. Or Drip, welcome back. Good day today. Did alt season end? Nope. We're just getting started. Again, we're preparing for takeoff. That's the title today, preparing for takeoff. This was a little taste, just a little taste of what the good times of a big alt season is like. It's just a taste. Sell at 17.4, buy back at 18. Yeah, then you decrease your Doge count. Why do you want to decrease your Doge count? Always a good time to buy. What if the fall run started early? Well, if you look back in 2017, the best way to look at that is here. If I go on to, wow, Doge almost caught Tron here. So if you go to the Doge price on CoinMarketCap, you can pull these little levers here, and we can zoom into 2017. And we can see how Doge traded in 2017. It actually went up quite a bit, May into June, but then look what happened in the summer. It just faded down and into September. Yep. So 2017 was the same. Had a little pump right around July 16th, but it was summertime. It just didn't hold it. And then the big pump came at the end of the year. So that's typically what happens in the summer. So I don't think the fall run started early. Yes, you've been shunned back into your car. Otherwise, we get red candles. You're too scared, boss? Yeah. Now, if I hadn't already profited this cycle, and taken all those profits that I did back in January, buying the house, I probably wouldn't have been doing that swing trading I just did over the past couple months. I probably wouldn't have done it because I'd have been like you. It's like, don't trust Doge, not doing it. But now I'm a little more risky because I already had the big profit. So, yeah. So that's why I'm swing trading now. It's my whole theory about the summertime and the summer of chop. And that swing trading, you can make money while the markets are going sideways. And so that's what Byron is doing, and that's what others are doing. It's like making money while we chop. And so, I fully expect the Doge price to come back into the mid-17s. Bitcoin is almost to my magnet. Look at that. Look at that. You can't make this stuff up, guys. It's just like so obvious. In fact, I think it hit it. It hit it on that wick right there. 110.6. It didn't even come over to my magnet. It hit it right there. You can't see the wick. Let me go to the 5-minute chart. You'll see it right there. 110.6. It hit it. It was obvious. It was going to 110.6, and it did. But Dogecoin was like, nope, I'm not going down there. Opposite. Oh, I see. Grok said a bunch of anti-Semitic things to the Jewish person. Okay. Yeah, I didn't see it. I saw people talking about it, what happened, but I didn't actually see the posts. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to get into it either. Let's go. Hey, TW, how are you? Yep. Nice big move on Doge today. It was following Bitcoin. Bitcoin came up and pulled back, but Doge didn't pull back. Doge was there, pulled back a little bit to 17.5, and then just took off into the 18s, all by itself. Seasonality, Shaywan, seasonality has changed significantly at this point. Don't trust it. Yeah, I've just been here too many summers. It's not going to hold. Maybe you should swing trade Bitcoin, right? Well, Bitcoin doesn't have the big enough swings like Doge does. Bitcoin, you'd be swing trading for scalping just little bits. But Doge, I mean, those percentages, big percentages, which is why you swing trade Doge and not Bitcoin. All right, Sean, you're in the car now for your commute. You can listen in. Will Bitcoin hold 110? Good question. Will Bitcoin hold 110? This is this red line here. Is my 110 line. Let's see what we got on the Bitcoin chart. Oh, I got to zoom in. I'm way out on the 1 month. See where these new trades are. To 110, you say, huh? Yeah, took out those right there. 110.6 gone. Look at that. Chris predicted it. Look at that. Taken out. Well, there aren't any big ones still down here at 108.3. And I don't see Bitcoin going down there right now. But it took out the big one there, the 138 million. Got it. So now it's just not a lot there for Bitcoin. Doge kind of flattening out at about 1816 right now. Yeah, Doge was just following Bitcoin, Divinus. It was just following Bitcoin, and then it took off. Kriss controls the market. It is those market makers. I just look at the chart and I'm just like, I saw where that leverage was and I was like, okay, it's going into this area. I didn't think it would happen so fast. I thought it would take a little longer, but it did it right there. The magnet control, yeah. I have ETH average cost 2.7K, waiting for a long time for break even. Is ETH 2.7? Is ETH going to drop and buy back in? Yeely, that's a tough call. Right now, the way the market is, I don't see any huge dips right now. So taking a profit and then a long standing profit and then buying in lower, risky. A lot of good things going on for ETH right now in the news. Got more big companies buying ETH now. Kaleo's like, ETH is going to wake up. Reclaiming this long-standing, what was support line became resistance, and it's hitting that resistance line right now. But if it breaks over that resistance line, 2,900, 3,000 ETH. The Pax cat pumps the markets. Cat. He's sleeping up there. Yeah. Why didn't Doge pull back, Jeff? Buyers. FOMO. That's what happens with Doge. People start hearing Doge is up and they FOMO in and they buy it, which overtakes whatever the market makers can do. So Doge can go on a run while Bitcoin was going down. Kind of interesting. Michael, so Doge will react. Easing monetary policy won't do much for Doge. I mean, if the whole market is going up, Doge in the green will outperform Bitcoin. Fed rate cuts, same thing. And it'll just be a percentage point here, percentage point there. Not anything big. But X money, that could pump Doge. I don't think Doge OS is going to cause a huge pump. I mean, that's nice utility for Doge. There's going to be nice apps, things like that that are being built. That's all fine, but that's not what's going to make Doge pump. Instead, it's going to be the hype side of it is what gets Doge to pump. Yep, it follows Bitcoin sometimes. Yep. It's looking a little tired at the moment, though, after that big run up to 18.6. Where do we go from here? Lucifer says Taco Bell. Yeah, you want to experience that fart coin trade, right? Then you go to Taco Bell. You really want to experience it, don't you? That fart coin. Just go to Taco Bell. Elon is not buying Doge. No, Divinus. That's not. No. Dogecoin close to passing Tron. Yes, we're going to check that. How close are we? 27.2 to 27.4. We only need $200 million of market cap to pass Tron. Now 300 million because Doge is pulling back a little bit. But we were close. So close. Hey Oz, how are you? You had a nice trip? Good to hear. Doge has been just kind of chopping. Nice run though. Today came from out of nowhere. Kevin Hassett will replace Jerome Powell. Jerome Powell has just announced his resignation. Jerome Powell, the Fed chair, has announced his resignation. This one says it's expected to resign in the coming days. Yeah, I don't trust this news. Expected to resign in the coming days. Yeah, that is not a resignation. No, not a resignation yet. Expected to resign. So no, not yet. Does Pax Cat like lasagna? Pax Cat doesn't get a chance to eat lasagna. Pax Cat likes cat food and frozen shrimp. That's it. Blame Kriss for the red candle. The big green candle. Yes. We like that. Look at it. Doge turning around, going back up. House of Doge slowly building use cases. Slowly. Slowly. That was a crazy pump, Byron. I know, right? I sold some Doge. Just wait for it to come back down. It still might. I don't mind holding that swing trade for a retrace. We'll see. X Money wouldn't pump Doge to $1, boss, but it certainly would. Well, let me ask you this. Are you saying Dogecoin is part of X Money, or just X Money starts without Doge? If X Money starts without Doge, then Doge could pump to like 30 cents, 40 cents. But if Doge is actually integrated into X somehow, previous all-time highs in play, maybe 78 cents, like CDC says. Should we swing trade Pepe? Yeah, Pepe is good for swing trading. I've done swing trades on it before. Just Doge is much more dynamic now than Pepe. The Tesla Diner would pump Doge, particularly if Elon posted on X, Tesla Diner accepts Dogecoin. If he did that, that would be a huge pump. No, Doge OS is going to be essentially a layer 2 on Dogecoin, is what it's going to be. And people are building apps now that will operate on Doge OS. How does it work in detail? I don't know. I don't know how it's going to work. I don't know how you access it. The whole Web3 thing, I don't get it. We have to wait till it starts, and then I'll figure it out. Well, Jeff, that's only a question you can answer for yourself. Do you sell some and buy back in, or hold off? I sold some down here, and Doge went the other way. That's the risk of the swing trade right there. That's the risk. Doge is now higher. If I bought back in from what I sold, I would lose Dogecoin. I'm going to be patient and see whether later tonight Doge goes down. If it doesn't, then, well, I made profit on the Doge I sold, so I essentially have booked that profit then. But it would be nice to have that Doge back and more for what's coming. We'll see. Again, that's why I didn't sell all my Doge. I didn't do all my swing trade Doge, just one part of it, just to play that out. And right now, Doge is saying, no, Kriss, nope, not going down. I'm not going down, going up, doing green candles today. Victor needs 30 cents. How did I place my magnet? On TradingView, over on the left menu here, there's an icon there, and you can do magnets. Like that. Where do we want this magnet to go? We want it to be up here? You can go, yep, magnet up there. Let's go. All eyes on Doge. Yeah, I don't think Jerome has resigned yet either. Rumor. Next week, Lucifer, Sweden, Norway, and Denmark. Big trip. Nice. Pack your bags, fellas. Rumor, my favorite. I know. Anybody can do a rumor. I could just say rumor. And just make something up. RSI says there's plenty for more rising. I can turn that on. On low time frames, it's up there. Hourly, it's up there. 4-hour chart, it's getting up there. And on the daily, it still has room to go. So it depends on what time frame you're looking at on the RSI. But on the daily, there's definitely huge. On the daily, it's only at about 57. So lots of room on the daily on the RSI. Lower time frames, it has peaked. Yes, the shrimp have to be frozen, right? He doesn't like cooked shrimp. He just likes frozen. Grok 4 is buying Doge. Volks thinks alt season has started. We've been talking about it. We've been talking about this turnaround. And Bitcoin dominance is, again, Bitcoin went on this big run earlier to take out that big leverage trade, which got it out of this sort of downward move that it had been making, Bitcoin dominance coming down. But is this the start or a continuation of it going down further? That we'll see. Mainly music. Just got in from work to a foreign green candle on my screen. What is this? I know, right? What is this? Yep, folks. Yep, I remember. Fall time. That's going to be the big time. Profit taking. Profit taking. Pepe and Bonk are running up now too. Well, look at the Pepe. Pepe up over 11 now. So the memes are going to take over now, right? Bonk, not so much. Bonk isn't moving. Bonk is still coming down from this big run it had the other week. So not Bonk yet. But Pepe, yes. Doge, yes. Bitcoin, just to grab that leverage trade. And now it's going to go sideways, probably right around 111. That's what it's looking like right now. Divinus, you are correct. No one understands Doge OS because it's not out yet. That's why. We're waiting. We're waiting for it to be released. Won't sell before fall, Allison. Let's go, green candle. Yeah. That little second run went up to about 1827. Would I consider buying back if it touches 19? Nope. I still believe there'll be a dip coming. Again, this is a swing trade portfolio. It's not all my Doge. Got most of my Doge sitting in my ledger, my Exodus wallets. So, nope. Because it's the summer. And I just think the summer of chop, as I've been saying for months. You guys are sick of hearing me say, oh, KrissPax saying summer of chop again. I'm so sick of hearing it. It is what it is. It is what it is. The mentality of a swing trader. So again, I don't swing trade very much. And as I said earlier, I probably wouldn't be doing this swing trading if I hadn't already made a big profit this bull cycle. So now I'm just kind of having fun, just trying to increase my coin count. I would just love Doge to go to 30 cents tonight. That'd be awesome. I would love it. Just don't think that's going to happen. It's the summer of chop. Hey, Mario, please update me on what's pumping the markets. Well, the initial pump was Bitcoin. And this Bitcoin pump came up in order to take out a leveraged trade. And we watched that leveraged trade happen up here. It was one trade at $54 million trade at 111.9. And it took it out with that run. One single trade. $51.5 million trade, a short, huge short. And I think the market makers just took over this afternoon and pumped up the price to take out that trade. That is what happened. So the rest of the market woke up, was following Bitcoin. Doge was just following Bitcoin. And then I thought after Doge followed Bitcoin, it would come back down just like Bitcoin was. But Dogecoin got the second wind here. And a whole bunch of people just started buying Doge. And obviously Pepe as well and other memes all had the second run here. And Bitcoin didn't. So Bitcoin is at 111. Didn't go higher on a second run, but Doge did. What the Doge is going on? So Kilmar, that was an all-time high on some exchanges. I think some exchanges did not get an all-time high. What's the Trump and Melania? Well, Melania is not doing anything. I can tell you that. Trump pumped up to $9, but that was an earlier pump. But hey, going up though, $9. So positivity for the Trump token. Melania. Haven't looked at Melania in a while. It's going up 18 cents, but low volume trading. But kind of going up. about on Kraken? Yeah. 18 cents for Melania. Still not back to the 20-cent mark before the huge dump. Somebody sold a bunch of those Melania tokens. Is there any Bitcoin in the public portfolio? Yes, there is. Still have it all. And take a look. It's up more. Up, up, up. This KrissPax DCA portfolio now up to 27,357. There's the Bitcoin right there. We've got 0.036 Bitcoin. 0.036 Bitcoin. That's up over 300% now. Nice. Nice. So we only had $1,000 worth of Bitcoin. Again, it was 10,000 was how much I put in. So 10% of the portfolio was Bitcoin at 1,000. And now that 1,000 is 4,000. Not bad. Not bad. Rumor. Ryan doesn't want to work anymore. Not today. Not today. What's up, Nino? How are you? We're doing great. Art Scholar, you sold some? Yep, that's the risk. That is the risk right there. I sold it right at the top of that. I thought I got the top. I thought I got the top. Nope. Question about the next run. When Bitcoin makes its next run, are we looking for it to hit some type of ceiling where people start thinking of investing into alts? People are already thinking of alts or not. For the Bitcoin maxis and everyone else buying just Bitcoin, they don't care about alts. They just want Bitcoin. I think there'll be less retail traders that are going to be selling Bitcoin for alts this cycle, which is going to make this cycle a little different. So, yeah. You bought Bitcoin at 98K and now you're up. There you go. Kind of weird buying Bitcoin at $98,000, right? And now you're in profit. I don't have a videos on how the market makers work, and there is none. There is none. I've just sort of learned it along the way from other people. Summer is not the best time to go. Oh, that's about something else. What am I looking for, Lucifer? If we hit 19 cents during the live, I'll donate 99 Doge. 19 cents. Okay. There we go. Yeah, the liquidation pings are on. They all happened right before the live stream started. It was pinging away right up till 4 o'clock. And then it stopped. But yeah, the pings are on. We just haven't had any. Took it all out right before the live stream started. Bring on the summer of chops. You're going to do that. You're going to put some of your Doge into a wallet. Yeah, just get it out. So for those that don't have a ledger, guess what, guys? There's another sale. There is another sale. I have a link in the description below. If you're interested in ledgers, the sale now is the pretty colors. Pretty colors are on sale. So the Nano S Plus, normally $79, is now 30% off, $55 for the Nano S Plus, but only on the legendary colors. So there's this kind of dark aqua color, there's a green, there's a pink, there's a gold, and there's a blue. $55. And then you can get the Nano X for $104, normally $149, also 30% off, but not in black and not in Bitcoin orange. You can't, those aren't on sale. But you can get, again, the dark aqua, the green, the pink, the gold, and the blue. Kind of bluish purple. Those are the ones that are on sale. Do you care what color it is? I mean, mine's black, but I got mine on a different sale. But look at 30% off. Check it out. In the link below, it'll take you right to this page where you can buy a Nano S Plus or a Nano X. 30% off sale starting now. Again, I have the Nano S Plus. It does everything I need. I don't need the X. I don't want Bluetooth. I'm good. Just plugging it in, unplugging it when I need to. You like the gold one? The gold ledger there? Looks dope, huh? Gold. Look at that. You'd go for the purple one, Orbison? You're still waiting for your ledger, Christoph? Well worth it. Peace of mind. Peace of mind. What you're doing swing trading, typically when it runs, it is going to go back down. You might be able to get some more out of it. Yep. That's how it works. But every once in a while, it might fool you like Doge right now. So I'm a little under on my swing trade right now. A little under on the swing trade. I don't know if this magnet on the Doge chart is going to pull Doge back up or not. We'll see. The market makers know something we don't. Yeah, I mean, they look at where the leverage is. I at some time, this $108,400 mark here on Bitcoin, Bitcoin's going to dip down there. 108.4. Big leverage trade down there. So when that happens, 108.4, that's when I'll buy back into Doge, because Doge will follow it down. Swing trading, you have to have patience. You have to have patience. You might miss out. I'm okay with that. I've got other Doge that will be making me a lot of money. So the magnet is attracting. Lucifer. The magnet is attracting it to go up this way. It's like, come on. Come on up. That's what the magnet's trying to do. Just like the Bitcoin one I put down here was to pull Bitcoin down, and it did. And it did. I want to know, any sell crypto less than a year pay short-term capital gains tax? It's all or nothing, Yeely. Doesn't matter if you've held it for 1 month or 11 months. It's still less than a year and is a short-term capital gains tax you pay on the profits. 1 day to 11 months, 29 days, anything less than 1 year, short-term capital gains tax on any profits. I know, right? Those jerks buying up Doge, giving it a second wind. The swingers are stuck watching the charts waiting for a pullback. That's me. But I'm like, I've got so much other Doge that if it just goes crazy, I'm good. I made profit on that 55,000 Doge. I'm good. I would make more if I'd kept it, but I'm good. I'm good. 100 Trump coins are too many. In my case, because I bought it up over $30 and now it's at $9. Is that a rumor, CDC? BlackRock said Doge is going to $1. You got to put rumor in front of that. Rumor. Rumor. You wish you didn't buy at 55? Yeah, I wish I didn't buy at 32. Oh. Hey, Fisher. Operculum. Hey, thanks for the super chat, man. Thank you. I sold Doge when it hit 48 cents back in December. You rolled it into Robinhood stock. You sold that today for 1 million Dogecoin now. Wow. That is awesome. Now that is a swing trade. Sold Doge, got Robinhood stock, made a ton on Robinhood stock, and then bought Doge. Thanks for the super chat. That's an awesome trade. And now you got 1 million Doge for the fall. Love it. Love it. Ready for Doge to hit $1. That would make you, well, what's the math on that? $1 times 1 million? Oh. Well, folks, maybe we'll be right back up in those prices this fall. Maybe we will. You talking about the Degen token or Dogecoin? I wouldn't trust either. You've been watching the hood stock, I know. From $60 to $70 to $80 to $90. I've been watching it too. Don't have any. I made a crap ton off of it last fall. Oh. BTC hit an all-time high on some exchanges. Yes. I don't know what's official and what isn't, but apparently so. A good day. Yes, Mars. I can't look out 5 years, Michael. There's so many unknowns about Doge. What's it being used for? Who's using it? Where? Bitcoin will not be the only crypto worth anything. No, Michael. It will not. Is Doge pulling back? Yes. Typically what happens in the summer. It does pull back. I first bought Dogecoin in January 2021. Can I push it to 19? Lucifer, I don't have that power. I do not have that power. Well, thanks, Byron. Try out the link. Check out the ledgers. They're on sale. You get a fancy color. Fancy color. Pretty, as Ryan says. Pretty. Hey, Luke, I'm always hesitant. There's something in these wallets that takes my information and sells it to a third party. Well, I would say that if Ledger did have at one point in time, a number of years ago, did have a list of something that got compromised, but nobody lost anything out of their wallets. What will the Powell news do? Well, if he hasn't resigned, then you're patient also. Remember one of the first swing trades. But then you waited 4 days and then bought back. Exactly. Patience. And Byron, I will have that too. And we'll see. 1720. We get down there. 1730, 1720, somewhere in there. It could even go lower, but I don't know how much I want to risk it. What if the market's really worked off people posting magnets on charts? I know, right? Yeah, this isn't going to happen, though. I just don't feel it. I feel we're going the other way. We had the excitement, and now we're going to settle back. Hey, Spencer. Doing well? Yep. Doge to the moon eventually. Well, Charlotte's in the house. Hey, Charlotte. What is these green candles, huh? What are these big green candles? Especially Dogecoins today. Look at that. Big green candle. Thank you. I'll be here all week. You're back in Manchester for your holiday. I know you dissed the Pax cat. I don't know why you did that, man. The Pax cat likes frozen shrimps and cat food. That's it. We'll see another dip. That's what I think so. Joseph, a 1 million bag is the way to go. I agree with that. Yep. Move the magnet up higher. I would, but it's not even going to get here. Just don't feel it going back up to 18.6 right now. Everything's just kind of quieting down. We had all the excitement earlier, and now it's all come quiet. So yeah. The bullish billionaire, how are you? Giving you the courage to hold strong. Need to get to 18.9 and then up from there. It'll get there. Patience. At what price should I buy back in? Sold some at 17.5, some at 18.2. I'm targeting 17.3, 17.2. Right in that area. The Dogecoin I bought back in 2021 is now sold. So the Dogecoin I have now is all the stuff I bought from, some of it from 2 years ago and some of it from a year ago. That's the Doge I have left. All the 2021 Doge is now sold, booked the profit. Some of it in November 2024. So I already paid the capital gains tax on that. That was 250,000 Doge. So I took that profit. I've already paid the tax on that. And then the rest of the Doge that I sold in January this year, I got to pay the capital gains taxes on those Doge this year. You want to see the heat map again, Abraham? Sure. Let's update it. Let's see what's going on. Where are the new trades coming in? A lot of trading. Look at that. So some new shorts up here at 112.5, 112.8. So that would be new all-time high to get up there to get those new shorts. But look at all the longs down here. 110.3, 65 million, 109s, and down into the 108s. So a lot of long leverage there. That's on Bitcoin. Let's look at Doge. And this is just really zoomed in. But look at that. Big green candle up. Some longs down here. 17.3. And some bigger ones down here at 17.09, 17.05. All those shorts got taken out. Is it worth getting Doge out of cold storage? Only if you're ready to sell. And there's no reason to take it out unless you're going to trade it, sell it. Craig sold half at 18.2. We'll buy back in the morning. We might be down 17.2 in the morning. That'd be a good swing. You'll pay the cat back with some shrimp. Right. Thinly sliced, like Charlotte says. Exactly. He likes it thinly sliced. Paxcat has a hit out for Christoph. Retesting 17.7, Caligula. That'd be short term, but longer term would be down here, 17.2. I'll sleep with one eye open. Shrimp in my... Is that your target, Jason? 54 cents? 54-cent Doge, and you can pay off the house. Well, I hope that comes. I hope we get there. Byron, 17.2 to 17.4 in that range. That's kind of what I'm looking at. Exactly. Popcat is Paxcat's seeding account. No, right? Cat making money up there, not even telling me. Can't wait for summer to... I know, right? Got to get through the summer. Am I bullish for the summer, Abdurrahman? No. I'm still not bullish for the summer. So Grok doesn't want to talk to you about crypto, Charlotte, huh? Wonder what's on Grok's mind. You've got him. He's permanently crude now. Like in everything he says, it's crude. That's awesome. Oh, that's awesome. I'm selling half at 40 to 45, keeping the rest for 70 or whatever, right? Well, Tedward, that's a good plan. Take some profit. Doesn't have to be all or nothing, exactly. Jodito already spoke to all the exchange's CEOs, and Dogecoin is not going back down. It's only up from here. Only up from here. Someday Dogecoin will be back to 40 cents. Wake me up when September ends. Yeah, the alts were winning today. Bitcoin had its run, but alts did better. Yeah, I'm not giving out PaxCat's name. He's just PaxCat. Yeah, Grok. Grok had a bad day. Daddy's going to be giving him a talking to tonight. With the width of trajectory. Yeah, Petruchio. Hey, and again, thank you for the Doge, yesterday's giveaway. Yes, yesterday we had a giveaway. Petruchio there was our master. Thank you. With the width of trajectory getting smaller and smaller, where does it eventually go? How does it break out of the pattern? Yeah. Eventually it does. The buyers just come in and break it out. Charlotte made Grok too crude and caused yesterday's event. So it's all Charlotte's fault. Oh. Joshua, we haven't heard anything official about Dogecoin made in America. It does show up on some America crypto lists, though, but that doesn't mean the government will consider that. So we wait and see. Yes, you caused permanent damage to Grok. Hey, Matisse. Good day today. Having fun with Doge in the 18s now. In the 18s for Dogecoin. Kaleo is watching ETH and thinks ETH is going to go on a big, big run. And so far, ETH is looking good. So ETH also is not going to pull back. Bitcoin, we're not sure yet. But Doge and ETH, we're seeing not all red candles. We've got a green one going on right now. But yeah, there's the Dogeathon is happening in 2 weeks in Portugal. the Dogeathon. That is coming. We got the McQueen Garage selling cars, and you can pay Dogecoin. But yeah, things have kind of quieted down on the news front here. Linda Yaccarino has stepped down as CEO of X. She probably has another opportunity somewhere else that's not tied with Elon. Yeah, I don't see anything about Bitcoin all-time high, though. More about more shorts to get liquidated higher. We're on top of all that. Yeah, that's about it. You were too busy trying to fly home. You were caught in the fire chaos. Yeah, around Marseille, I heard. There was like a car explosion or something that started a big fire. But meanwhile, yeah, Grok got talked into saying some bad things, something like that. And Daddy Elon is not happy. Optimus crude mode. You can make your little robot buddy say whatever. Doge is weak right now. No, Doge was strong an hour ago, much stronger than Bitcoin, and it's holding up pretty well. Bitcoin has dropped back to 110. So Doge and the alts are holding much better than Bitcoin right now. Marseille and in a few places. Wow. I'll sell half my Doge at 36 and maybe a quarter at 48 and then let the rest go. Good to have a plan. Again, like I say, it doesn't have to be all or nothing. Just take your profits when you can, because you don't know what the future holds. You don't know. Dan, I also think it's not going lower. Markets go up, markets go down. In the summertime, we tend to see pullbacks. And we've just had a nice big run. And the trading is holding Doge up over 18 cents. But I've been watching this is my fourth summer now of being really watching Dogecoin, and it doesn't hold in the summertime. These runs just don't hold. I would love it to just go up, but again, I've watched this too many times. So we'll be back in the 17s tonight. And how far down is the pullback going to be? We'll see. I don't know. If ETH doesn't pull back, then SHIB and Pepe won't pull back. There's a good chance of that. since Sheeb and Pepe are both ERC20 tokens, they do tend to follow ETH. But we will see. Most likely tomorrow, Trump is going to open his mouth. He's going to say something stupid, and the market's going to go down. Because there's always that too, right? There's always that. I would rather be wrong and just have Dogecoin just keep going up. But it just doesn't happen. Go to the 4-hour chart, draw an uptrend from 14.2. I've got all my other lines on here, so from 14.2 that'd be there. June 22nd. That's a pretty strong line. I'll make that an orange one. Yep, that's pretty strong. Hit it on July 1st. Hit it again on July 4th. Hit it again on July 6th. Hit it again on July 7th. Pretty strong. I can get rid of the purple ones. We don't need that anymore. My charts are getting messy, guys. Well, we're going to have to see where support is. We're going to have to watch for support. But it definitely broke out. That second wind just broke it out. I will sell all my Dogecoin at $1. I know. It's the Trump effect, Jason. We've learned that. Everything he was saying last year while he was running for office was pumping the crypto markets. But now that he's in office, the things he actually says, not helping the markets. Not helping the markets at all. The magnet's broken, Lucifer. It's a broken magnet. Doesn't have the power. No power. No power. Ugh. The Bitcoin one is still working. And it's going to drop even lower probably on Bitcoin. I know, right, Byron? Can you imagine? You're out of your Doge trade. Wanting it to go lower and then something like that happens. Or Elon too, right? What if Elon did something crazy with Dogecoin tomorrow? And it just pumps. That is always the risk with swing trading. That is it. David, I have faith. My faith is in the fall. My faith is totally in the fall. In the summer? Been here too many times. Chop, chop, chop. What's going on, Real? Late to the party. Late to the party, dude. This was Bitcoin. It was a big Bitcoin run. It hit 112. Took out some bunch of big leverage. Brought the whole market up with it. And then Bitcoin came down to take out some huge new long leverage trades. And now it's just finding its level here. That's about it. Trump will pump everything again to gain positive sentiment for the 2026 midterms. Fall of 2025. Also another reason for fall 2025 to be up, up, up. Exactly. The summer belongs to Bitcoin. New all-time high while alts gain 5% and drop 20. Could be. Yep. That's been what's happening. It's usually like twice as much. Bitcoin goes down 5%, Doge goes down 10%. But yeah, there have been a couple bigger drops too. When is a good time to buy Doge? Yeah. Oh, Yeely. I don't recommend anything other than you don't have to sell everything at once. That's about it. Not a financial advisor. Real Rush says buy now. Just buy now. Doge 1811. Buy now. I know you're late. We had fun. 2 hours ago, this place was rocking. Place was rocking. And then an hour and a half ago, even more for Doge. Bitcoin was dropping and Doge was pumping. That was fun. Now things are just kind of settling down. Calibeats does have some advice for everybody in the chat. If you haven't already, like button, subscribe, all of that. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. The bull flag on the 1 minute chart. Exactly. To the moon. Yeah, let's watch it go to the moon on a 1 minute chart. Woohoo, let's go. It's kind of going sideways on the 1 minute chart. Sideways. The magnet's got no power, Lucifer. No power. No power. Yeah, I said the same thing. That would have been a great opportunity for Elon to say something about Doge. And the guy asked him whether he'll support Bitcoin in his American party. He basically said, fiat sucks, so yes. And he could have said something about Doge. So, yeah, we'll see. Maybe he's still planning something, but I think Doge now has a lot more going for it than just Elon Musk. So, yeah, that's what happens. You get some nice green candles and people show up. People show up. Maybe I need 2 magnets. Byron, hey, join the channel. Thanks, dude. Now remember, now you can use all the cool Dogecoin emojis in your chats. Try them out. Dogecoin emojis. Oh, Ryan, this is 8-ball question. Magic 8-ball question. It's a good question. That's actually a good question and very relevant to one Mr. KrissPax. The question at hand is, will Dogecoin swing back down so Kriss can buy back again lower than he sold? So you've got to be lower than he sold. So that's 1775. That's where I sold, 1775. So will Dogecoin go back down lower than 1775 for Kriss to buy back in at a lower price? Yep. I knew what you meant, Ryan. So yes, that is the question for the Magic 8 Ball. We'll see what the 8 Ball says. And the 8 Ball says, better not tell you now. Better not tell you now. What? Has he been talking to Grok? What is this? Better not tell you now. What is that? I've never even seen that one. I think he's been talking to Grok. Better not tell you now. Stupid 8 Ball. Oh. And he says it in such a way like it's like the answer is going to be no. Oh. So we have no answer, Ryan, out of that. I'm not a Doge downer. I am the most positive person. I'm also a realist. So tempted to sell, but I've held for all this time. Tough it out. Yeah. Hello, Cameron. How are you? Welcome. Is there any room for Bitcoin to go up to 112.9? Sure. Sure there is. So Bitcoin already took out the long leverage there at 110.6 as predicted. Took that out. So yeah, Bitcoin could go over 112 and then it's price discovery. We don't know what'll happen after that. Price discovery. Valdemaris, nice to see the upside move. Ave pumping also. Ave, 3.5% today, 3.5%. It's been steadily going up, which is good. Good. What's gone up the most today, though? Let's see. Out of the top 100, XLM. XLM up the most today. Oh, that was this morning. And it's just gone sideways since then. But that was a whole pump this morning. XLM had. Interesting. SPX, WIF, Pepe, Uniswap, Polygon. Previously Matic, that's been going up. Paul. Didn't see that coming. What's been down? Bonk. Bonk is down. I mean, it's up 36% for the week. Big pullback today for Bonk. Look at Doge. Lucifer, this magnet might still be working. Might have a little life in it here. Look at this. Let's go. 8 Ball's going to want to sweat us out. Yeah, Nick. Totally rigged. Oh. Yeah. 16.9 now, Byron. Not 17.2 anymore. Now you're thinking 16.9. while Dogecoin is moving up to 18.2 now. It's going the other way. Stick to your plan. It's good to have a plan. It keeps you from doing dumb things. Get a nice green candle, we lose our minds. Exactly. Look at this. Doge is pumping back up. This is my swing trading stash nostalgia. I wouldn't normally do this other than I already did my long-term capital gains for profit back in January. So this is a swing trading thing I'm doing for the summer, and then I'm expecting to sell this Doge in the fall. So it's all short term. I've held it all for less than a year. So it's already a short term. And this is all following the 4-year cycle that says 2026 is going to be a bear market. Now, I don't know whether 2026 is going to be a bear market or not, but I would rather pay this extra short-term capital gains tax on something rather than nothing. Still making money. But it's just for the swing trading part of my portfolio. That's all. Yeah, what's Asia going to do, Byron? Is Asia going to want to pump the market tonight? Or are they going to short it all to hell? I think they're going to short it. Short City. The Koreans are going to wake up in the morning and they're going to see Bitcoin hit an all-time high and they're going to be like, short it, short it. You got a bag of SPX? SPX is moving. The whales are willing. How much Doge does Kriss have now? Kriss has about, well, I had about 450. Now I've got 400 because I got 50 sitting on the sidelines now in cash or USDC on Coinbase, waiting to buy back in. The power of the magnet. I know, right? Is it going to pull it up? Is it going to pull it up? Crazy Bear, welcome. Yep, nice action on Doge today, up over 18 cents. It was following Bitcoin. Bitcoin hit its mark, fell back, and Doge got a second wind and just had huge buying here, all the way up to 18.6. Will the weakness start? So that's what we're here watching for, right? Is it going to happen now, later tonight, over the next few days? Chances are we're going to see it more dips. It usually works that way up until it doesn't. That's why it's always a risk swing trading, because something like this can happen. I would expect something like this actually to be more in the fall, where it won't pull back. It will just keep going up. And that's why I won't swing trade in the fall. Won't do it. Will not swing trade in the fall. Not short-term swing trading. Now, eventually, like October, November, and Doge is up at like 50, 60, 70 cents. And if I sell some for profit, that's not for a swing trade. Or maybe a year-long swing trade, right? Because then I'm not going to buy back in until like late 2026. That'd be the big swing trade, right? Year-long. and see if there's a bear market in 2026. But short-term swing trading, I just do that during the summer. Because of this risk right here, I don't think this is a big risk. And fairly confident we'll see Doge back in the 17s. Maybe not tonight because there seems to be a lot of support in the low 18s here. And maybe the magnet works. Back up to 18.6. We'll see. AI generated clips. It's hard to tell what Elon has really said about Doge and what is false. Well, except most of the stuff that he has said about Doge has all been before there were AI clips. So he hasn't said much about Doge since AI clips became a thing. So just assume anything new you see is AI and it's false. The Kraken app is down. That's not good. Yeah, I'm going to be on longer than usual, Aesthetic, because we got price action going on here. So, yep, going to stay on. I'll just eat my dinner later. You bought all the 18-cent support Doge? Oh, somebody bought up my 1775 Doge. They bought it up. Yeah, Craig, that's what I think. That's what I think. They're going to short it. But they're not up yet. They're not up yet. Well, there's some shorts here. This is on Bitcoin. There's some new shorts on Bitcoin up here. How about Doge? Someone's going to be short in Doge. Not yet. No new shorts on Doge yet. Look at that. No new shorts on Doge. Not normally. You don't normally see that. There's no new shorts. Wow. Nobody trusts it. Nobody trusts what Doge is going to do next, up or down. Look at that. You don't normally see that. There's nothing. Yes, Ryan. Quite peculiar. Look at that. Nobody's willing to bet on it, up or down. Eat the dinner on the stream. I don't even know what's being made tonight. Don't even know. So my plan is to sell my trading Doge towards the end of the year. That's about 200,000 Doge. And the other 250,000 Doge that's stashed away, I'm keeping long term. That's my plan right now. Now, if Doge goes crazy, 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 and like goes up to $1 in October, then I might transfer some of that Doge over to an exchange and sell some of it as well. I'll never sell all my Doge. I'll always keep some because you never know what's going to happen. But that's kind of where I am right now. People are getting a little smarter. They don't trust it. Kind of wild. I know that heat map is like, there's nothing new. In the past hour and a half, no new trades up or down. Isn't there so much liquidity laying around 106 Bitcoin? Yeah, there is. It's been long standing. But right now, it doesn't look like the market makers would be able to get Bitcoin down there, because that's what it would take, would be like big time shorting, dumping of coins. And they're just going to get all eaten up by the buyers. Yeah. Just at 106.6, there's $393 million. Long leverage trades, just at that level right there, 106.6. Bitcoin was last at this level here on the 1st of July. But now, with Bitcoin running up high, for it to go all the way back down here, that'd be tough. So I was buying once a month, but I'm also paying my quarterly taxes, so pre-tax, for my capital gains for this year. And I've got a lot to pay. So I just made my my end of June payment to the IRS and to the state of Massachusetts for my anticipated capital gains tax. So I've got no extra money to buy anything new right now. So that's why I'm swing trading, because I got no extra cash because I'm paying the taxes on the stuff that I sold back in January. My accountant has me on a schedule to prepay quarterly taxes. But hey, you got to do it, right? Got to pay your taxes. I forgot what was the website to see the graph. So this is tradingview.com. This is just tradingview.com. And this is the free version that I use here. And you can create a free account with just an email address. You create a free account and you can create a watch list, and you just put all your favorite cryptos here in your watch list. So you can just quickly go from Doge to Bitcoin to ETH, whatever, without having to type anything in. Tradingview.com. CoinGlass is for the liquidations, the heat maps, and all the liquidation data. That's on coinglass.com. So those are the two websites I use more than anything else. No, that's all right, Crazy Bear. I don't mind answering. Don't mind answering at all. So yeah, this is coinglass.com that does the liquidations. And we look at this a lot. There's a lot of good information here. Just in the last hour alone, there's been $2 million in ETH shorts wiped out on ETH. Pretty crazy. You're shorting Bitcoin. Your liquidation is 120. That's a pretty low possibility right now. At 120, I think you're pretty safe. What is your target for your short, though? How low do you want it to go before you would close out your short? because Bitcoin is just showing so much strength now. The charts all look very bullish. It would take like some big black swan event or something for Bitcoin to go down right now. It just looks so strong. But I mean, I'd say good luck on your short, but I wouldn't be shorting Bitcoin right now. If I was into shorting, I get stuck in the sell crypto to pay taxes from last year loop. Yeah. Around April time, right? And this year was not a good year to be selling in April after the whole Trump tariff thing. You were selling low if that's what you were doing. You were selling low. Not good. Not good. The magnet, it just doesn't have the strength, guys. No strength in the magnet. Is it over, Francisco? You've been hanging over at VP too long. Chat. Yeah, accountant. So I set up a couple side businesses about 10 years ago. And I've been using an account to do my taxes since then, which has been awesome. And really doesn't cost a lot in the big scheme of things. I think it was like $800 last year. And like I made 2 million, so $800 is not bad. So it's worth it. No, I don't have to pay estimated quarterly taxes on swing trades. I do estimated quarterly taxes for my businesses. And that's been something I've been doing for 10 years. And YouTube is part of my digital business, where I used to do websites and domain names, and now it's, everything related to YouTube that is in that business. And then I have the other business of my old teaching products that I made. And so I have to pay quarterly taxes on those businesses. But then my accountant said, because I've been making so much money in investing, he's saying, estimate how much you're going to make and let's pay the quarterly taxes. Otherwise, what happens is if the amount you have to pay versus what you paid in your quarterly pre-tax, if it's over a certain percentage, you're going to get docked. You can get some fine. It's like, I don't want to pay the fine, so I do the quarterly per my accountant. And he's awesome. He does a great job every year. I don't believe in head and shoulders. I don't believe in any head and shoulder chart patterns. They rarely do anything. It just shows you up and down action that has happened, and usually it just continues. It doesn't mean a thing. Head and shoulders or inverse head and shoulders doesn't mean a thing. You're waiting for under 100K. Wow. I don't know if Bitcoin's going to go back down there. But good luck. I don't want to wish you bad luck in your trade, but I think at this point, with what's going on with Bitcoin and all the support it's getting through the ETFs, the governments, the banks, the institutions, the big companies all buying, that it is overcoming any selling or profit taking that's going on. I don't know if we're going to see Bitcoin under 100K again. Accountant is smart, pay someone else to make the mistakes. Oh no, they have their out clauses. They only do the taxes based on the information I give them. If there's something wrong with the information, it's not their fault. You believe in head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Exactly. Red Rover, send Dogecoin over. Or like Squid Game, red light, green light. Red light, green light. Better not move. Hold 18-cent Doge. You can do it. Who can do it? You'll be profitable under 110. Yeah, it'll probably dip there. We were just looking at 106, right? Yeah, 106. So I think 106 is in play. But anything under 106 right now. Yeah, that's what I was saying. 106 might be the bottom of what I'm looking at. 106. Sometimes you want to strangle the neckline. That is kind of funny. That's kind of funny. Yep. Doge is like petering out at 1812 here. Just kind of, Bitcoin at 111. ETH. Algorand up. Solana up to 157. Cardano. Look at HBAR over 17 cents now. It was trying to catch up to Dogecoin in price. And then Pepe, we looked at earlier. Nice run on Pepe this afternoon. If Bitcoin looks strong, Doge will follow. Yeah, but if Bitcoin pulls back to 106 from 111, then Dogecoin's definitely down in the 17s. Kev Capital says 394. Well, Kev, let's get to $1 first. Takeoff says we're only 82 cents away from the Doge party. Exactly. Let's go. Only 82 cents to go. Let's go. Bitcoin's under 105. Doge 14. Probably not that low. Probably not that low. Because Bitcoin to 105, what percentage is that? Let's see. We'll just see. Bitcoin to 105. Hope I got to pull this up a little. Sorry. Bitcoin to 105. It's 5.5%. It's 5.5%. So let's say Doge goes down 10%. That would be 16.4. That's right about to 16.4. So if Bitcoin went to 105, the lowest I would see Doge going is 16.4, not 14 cents. And that would be double on the way down. So we will see about that. 2-hour chart. Wow, that looks bullish, doesn't it, on Doge? Look at that 2-hour chart. Let's keep that one on. That looks great. You exited your Pepe swing. Nice, MB. Chad says daily close over 17.5 would be 18.5 to 19 cents next run. Will the swing traders ever let Doge alone long enough to go up? It's just trading. It happens. The bots are the ones who are really doing the trading. During the summer, like 75% of all trades are bots, I think. Going to be a fiesta in here if Doge, or the day it really starts pumping. That's this fall. This is the place you're going to want to be, right here, KrissPax channel, this fall. Been waiting for a candle to explode. If you think crypto's going to zero, you're wrong. I know all of the Doge is dead comments are just like, come on. I just sold all my Bitcoin, the whole $167 worth, from a $70 investment. Hey, it's profit. You made money, right? You made money. Place order to sell 185,000 Doge at 18.2. 185,000 Doge. Well, 18.2 is like right there. I mean, we're almost there. You really want to sell? You can turn the RSI off. I love to see when people sell and hours later it climbs 6%. Doge is so far holding 18.1. Yep. With the whole big, beautiful bill, money will trickle in. You know that $3.3 trillion estimated addition to the national debt is over the next 10 years, right, Jason? It's over the next 10 years. That's where that number comes from. It's not today. Chad thinks Bitcoin to 116, and then we'll retest 112. Good. All the Doge to zero people are psyops. Hey, Damien. Good day today. Subrat. This morning would have been better. That's a bad answer. Sorry. But yeah, after a big pump with Dogecoin, typically there's a dip that follows. But right now, well, there's your 18.2, Yeely. It just hit 18.2. You just bought yourself 185,000 Doge. Or I'm sorry, was that a sell? I guess that was a sell. Are you swing trading, Yeely? Just hit 18.2. Unless you were on Robinhood. If you're on Robinhood, to get 18.2, the price has to go up to 18.3. And then you get your 18.2. And then the capital gains tax on the 160. Yeah. Next resistance. Well, it hit 18.6 up here. So we will see. It would be nice if it was today, right? Chad wants the 185,000 Doge that Yeely just sold. And you're going to buy back at 17.5. Well, we'll see. We'll see whether that swing works. Damien, you've been doing more day trading. And you want to accept Doge payments in your business. That's awesome. Good luck with that. Yeah, Robinhood shows 1821, but to buy and sell, the buy right now is 1831 and the sell is 1811, roughly. You don't get 1821 if you sell right now on Robinhood. You'd be lucky to get 1811 if you sell. That's how Robinhood works. So if I go into Robinhood now and I say I'm going to sell 1806 right now, it's 1806 if you sold your Doge right now. 1806. It's even worse. And what's the buy? Right now it's showing 1820. You get 1832 on the buy. 1832. So it's more than 0.001. It's 0.0013 on the spread. That is how Robinhood works. Your portfolio is looking good now. Got your average down to 16. I know, stupid Robinhood. That spread is just. Ugh. That's why I prefer to do swing trading with Coinbase than Robinhood, because of that spread. It's more right now than the fee I pay on Coinbase, which you lose. Come on, 18.9, even Steven after that. We'll get there. Are there other brokerages that don't have a spread like Robin? Yeah, Coinbase. But you pay a little fee on each trade on Coinbase. There's no spread on Coinbase. Yeah, and that's what Yeely used, was Coinbase. That's what I used on mine as well, was Coinbase. You get the price there, but you pay a little fee. You like Kraken Pro? I've never used Kraken. Never used it. A car wrapping business. Yeah, do you have Doge wraps? Exactly. You did the Cybertruck in Doge? Was it Doge tippings? Was it Doge tippings Cybertruck? Where was that? It's right there. That one. Did you do that one? Damien, was that you that did that for Doge tipping? Because that's cool. Everybody stops. And it's like, yeah, similar wrap. Yep. Similar wrap. Well, that's the one. Yep. Yeah, I met him in Vegas at the Bitcoin conference. He was there. Went for a ride in the Doge wrapped Cybertruck. That was fun. That was fun. Everybody's looking at it. It's such a cool thing. All eyes on Doge? Sure. I think we've got enough action. It's a little quiet now, so we can do that song. Let's go.
All eyes on Doge. Big runner. To the moon. Whew. Doge still going up. All eyes on Doge. Still big runner. To the moon. Keep going up. Going up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Up. Movement in Doge. Dogecoin. Up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Up. Movement in Doge. Dogecoin. 42.60. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin.
Ha! There it is. Doge. Robinhood added the smart exchange routing option, which gives a better rate, but they charge a fee on it. Yeah, I haven't done that. That's their legend. Is that the Robinhood legend thing? Yeah, he's in California. That's where Doge tipping is. Yeah, I don't know what the deal is with Cybertrucks. Europe, the UK. Doge chart is just looking strong right now. This is not falling right back. What you would typically expect after a big green candle. This is looking strong. What should I do now? I know, Yuli, right? What do you do now? You wait. You wait for the dip, and you might have to wait till the morning. But right now, Doge is holding up very well. I mean, Bitcoin is too. So, I mean, Bitcoin is not dropping back. Yeah, exactly. Wait. LOL. Yeah, Jack. Yeah, you just wait. And you might be waiting till 2026. Bear market, baby. Till we get back into the 17th. You never know, right? You never know. You know, Christoph is right. There's always other opportunities, though, right? If you sell Doge, right, on a swing trade, that doesn't mean you necessarily have to buy Doge back. You could buy something else on a dip, like Megal or something else, and still make money. For your trading portfolio, right? It doesn't necessarily have to be Doge. That's a good point. Now, Megal dropped to $1.57 today. So, again, it's a long way from my buy position, but That's what you wait for. Or there could be another, like Bonk. Like Bonk is down today. Maybe you buy Bonk on the dip. But if you just want to trade Doge, then yeah, even Bonk recovered though, somewhat. But yeah, Bonk had a big dip this morning. Went down below 20. Recovered a bit since then, back up 5%. But overall, it's down 5% on the day. So yeah, Bonk down. We were talking about this box here, saying that if it dipped below this box, it'd be a good buy opportunity. It hit it this morning. Look at that. On Bonk. Might have to keep an eye on that Bonk. Because my swing trade was on Coinbase, and I can't buy Megal on Coinbase because Megal's a stock. Currently not possible to buy a Cybertruck in the UK through official channels. So somebody could still be driving around the UK in a Cybertruck. They just didn't buy it there. You can also buy XRP. All right. On the app, the fee is 85 cents, 25 cents point based on dollar amount of crypto. Yeah, I don't know what that translates to, actually. Fart coin. What did the smelly one do today? It went up, but it's fading down right now. $1.09. Is it ever going to drop back below $1? Doesn't look like it. Even back on the 1st of July, it held $1. So if Altcoin ever dipped below $1, there'd probably be some big buying. Big buying of Altcoin. But it would have to drop a bit from here, $1.09 now. Doge is just chopping around right here between 1810 and 1820. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Right. Other things going on. For those that weren't here earlier, there is a sale on Ledger hardware wallets. The sale 30% off. Nano S Plus, which is what I have, or the Nano X, 30% off. I have a link in the description below if you're interested in a crypto hardware wallet. This is what I use, which is the Nano S Plus. It's the cheapest one. You don't have to get the X. You don't need Bluetooth. You don't want Bluetooth. Be safe, secure. And don't sign up for Ledger Recover. You don't need that. Just buy the Nano S Plus. It's only $55 on sale right now. Check out the link below. They've got these groovy colors. Green is good. The gold one, people like the gold. If you had a message that was erased, Christoph, you used a naughty word. You used a naughty word. I have a do not post list of a lot of words. And if you use one of those words, your chat will not post. Well, you think you didn't, Christoph. You think you didn't, but you don't know which words are on my list. It's a long list. It's a long, long list. Might pay another big green candle. Right now, it's like slow and steady. The gold is pretty. Pretty. What did Pengu do today? I didn't see Pengu. Also up 1.5 again. 1.5 cents for Pengu. It didn't drop too much. 145. Anthony has to sell his 33 Doge. He's not going to get much of a ledger. XRP is on the list. No, I still let that in. The list is mostly dealing with comments on the videos. Just keeping the videos, the comments on the videos. Because I don't get to view those when they happen. But also, it keeps the bad words out of the chat too. Everyone knows VET is the next BTC. There is no next BTC, Nigel. But VeChain is a great project. Eventually, people are going to make money on it. It's just, since 2021, it hasn't been a good coin. Yeah, long stream today. A lot going on today with Doge. Up in the 18s. It's holding strong. Everyone in Pengu should rotate to Doge. Everyone in every crypto should rotate to Doge. Every crypto should go to Dogecoin. Actually, I am going to wrap it up here. A 3-hour stream today, guys. Dogecoin looking strong and holding up. So we'll see how Doge does overnight. We'll be back at it tomorrow. Where will Doge be? Will Doge still be above 18 cents tomorrow night at 4 o'clock? That's East Coast time, Boston time where I am. I hope everyone has a great evening. And we'll see you next time.
Dogecoin, which started as a complete joke, has like skyrocketed to not a joke anymore. It hit an all-time high of almost 10 cents yesterday, but it was so minuscule you wouldn't have understood why you have millions of shares.
Didn't Elon tweet that too?
And arguably, the most entertaining outcome and the most ironic outcome would be that Dogecoin becomes the currency of Earth in the future.